We talk a lot about moving to New York City on this channel, and one of the biggest things holding you back is price. But today, we're gonna be touring some apartments in Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan, starting at $800 a month. You heard me right, $800 a month. But how much would you be willing to sacrifice to call New York City home? $800 a month for an apartment in this part of Manhattan? What's the catch here?
Oh man, do you have a lot of furniture?
Pretend I don't.
Okay, great, let's keep going.
Cash didn't tell us what floor this is on. I'm hoping it's the second floor, but for $800 a month, I'm assuming it's the ninth floor. So this is the third floor. I'm already pumped up to see what the heck you're getting for $800 here. Well, it's a room. We'll give you that. It's a space. First question: how big is this? And let's get some space. Let's talk about what we're working with here.
Basically 11 by 6, 66 square feet.
We're looking at the cheapest apartment that we've both ever heard of in Manhattan, and the smallest potentially too.
Totally.
There's no bathroom in here, that I knew coming in. There's also no sink, no shelves for storage, no bunk bed waiting for you. This is like the true bare bones New York City experience.
Yeah, bare bones I think is the right word.
I'm actually trying to think how you would decorate this. Like would the twin size bed would take up half the room, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be most of the room. I'd probably put it lengthwise. That way you can kind of get in and out of the room pretty easily, and then everything else can kind of go like in this corner.
I'm actually looking onto the street here, so for $800, the view's not bad.
It's got a great view actually. Trees, green, street facing, that's good.
If you were creative, you would have to build some shelves in here. I think.
Or get a bunk bed. Like I would get a bunk bed for this place and just get the bed up off the ground. Then you can use the whole thing for something, right? If you have the bed like up, you can put like a little couch underneath it, maybe a little couch underneath the bed if the bed's by the window, and then maybe a small table or something, or some dressers over here. You could make it work.
Immediately have to ask you all in the comments, like, could you do this? Let's pretend you're right out of college. You want to live in Midtown Manhattan. We haven't even gotten to the shared bathroom yet, or the other version of this $800 apartment. Could you do this, or do you feel like this is a little restrictive? I don't know. There's a lot of words we could use to describe this apartment, but I'm trying to figure out who would actually live here. Who is the prime candidate for this apartment?
I mean, it's gonna have to be somebody that has enough belongings that they care about, and only enough belongings to fit in here at the exact same time.
My opinion may have changed because of the exposed brick.
Wait till you see the view. There's a tower up here, which you can see out of this window. Pay millions of dollars to live there, or hundreds of dollars to live here.
$800 a month. This could either be one of the best deals in New York or the worst deals in New York, depending on who you ask. Let's see how big his bad boy is.
110 square feet.
So you get about 50 more square feet for the same price. Some would call that a deal, no?
I would. We're a couple floors higher, but I think this is a way better place.
Exposed brick. My apartment in Brooklyn is exposed brick like this. It completely caught my eye. And unlike the other apartment, there's 2 windows, so you easily can put an AC in this one and save that $1 million view of Midtown. Do you know what these apartments were going for pre-pandemic?
Pre-pandemic, there was nothing in here for less than like $1,000, so everything was a little bit more. Prices have fallen here, maybe not as much as in other parts of the city because these are pretty small, but I think this one's definitely the coolest. Between the view and look at this, you could have a shrine set up over here to something.
This is where your router goes. Where I put my router right here. So this is the bathroom. You share this with 5 other units. I hope your neighbors are clean. I don't know what you would do if you had to go really bad and somebody was in here, but this is the bathroom. Cash, you gotta provide your own toilet paper, right? We got a special guest, Alan, my twin, visiting New York. Anything changed?
Prices are down, but the space is about the same.
That's a good point. All right, we're about to walk in 2750 2-bedroom Gramercy.
Yep, let's go.
Modern apartment. All right. This to me feels like most of the units that Cash has shown me before on the channel, they feel very similar to this. Modern, but very compact.
Right here we've got the living space. Kitchen looks new. Still see some stickers down there, that's good. This is one of the bedrooms. Got a view of the street, it's kind of cool.
I'm definitely a fan of the second floor always, like totally my preference. This might be the same size as that $800 smaller version, right?
Yeah, in the $800 apartment, that room is bigger than this. So if you're sharing this with someone else, you're actually getting a little less. I mean, this is clearly a nicer apartment.
You have a closet at
You
least.
have a closet, yep.
He's a walk-in closet.
Bye.
So I was saying, like, this is the kitchen and the living room. How do you set up a kitchen table, a couch, a TV? How do you make this all work in this tiny space?
Jeez, man, that's gonna be a challenge. I think you might have to go with one and maybe not the other. If you want to have like a table that sits 4 people, that's gonna have to go here. But then you could put the TV against this wall, then you could kind of see it from everywhere. I think here it's gonna be table or a couch, not both. You could do both if you mounted the TV here, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had a couch right here. And then over here, if you had like one of those like leaf tables that kind of lifts up and down, you could get all 3. They wouldn't, it might not be a Super Bowl Sunday couch, but
I wouldn't think so.
or a Super Bowl Sunday TV, but it would work.
Or to maybe convert the second bedroom into your living room. That's probably more common.
All right, well, it's another small room. I will say that, oh my God, what is that? I think the better question for you guys out there is, would you take the $800 room and have to share a bathroom? Would you rather do 2 people in here, but the bedrooms are tiny? What's your take? What would you do?
I mean, that's gonna depend, right? Like the $800 spot, that's not for everyone because it's not like a complete apartment. This is a complete apartment. And you can see why these rooms might be a little bit smaller than what you're getting over there for quite a premium, just because this is a little bit easier for most people. You've got your own kitchen, you've got your own bathroom. Yes, you're sharing it with somebody else if you rent this with a roommate, but that's, I think, more traditional.
Yeah, it's small, but I do appreciate how it looks very new. It's clearly been remodeled recently. This is just like to me, this is your typical lower Manhattan apartment. It looks nice, but it's small. You gotta give up space if you wanna live in a good location and not pay a super high premium.
It's a good deal for the area. It's, like you said, typical in some ways. This is your other option, right? If having something with no kitchen or bathroom is too cheap and too bare bones.
I've heard a lot of companies around Labor Day are going to open their offices. Do you think that this year, instead of in the summer, potentially September could be where that giant wave starts?
I mean, that's up to the people that are moving here. That's not really up to the companies because people are seeing apartments virtually and they're seeing apartments through agents that just show up with the keys. So I think it's going to be more up to the customer.
Guys, check out Cash's channel if you want to see more New York City apartment tours. Tell us in the comments which one of these 3 apartments you would want to rent. I want to know. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Until next time.